Hello and welcome back to the SOMNIUM Files, Nirvana Initiative. So, in the last one, we basically, we got Shoma to tell us about where we're supposed to go for the decoding BATS 490. We ended up going there, and it was a lab, and we went into the Somnium of the clearly terrible liar of a lab scientist guy, and in that, we learned about Nizet laws. And then we just took off and went to the Nizet laws branch, which apparently exists. I honestly wasn't expecting it. I don't know how this is going to go or how this... It seemed like they were actually secret because... In the last game, because when Iris was talking about them, they were a secret organization, and like it was an unfamiliar word to Date, and even Ota was mentioning it like it was a secret thing. So it's kind of weird that they just have an open branch, that they're just a normal... Well, man, I don't know what kind of business, but it just feels weird that suddenly they're normal. Maybe we are in a parallel world. Maybe Iris was onto something. I don't know. Things are crazy. But before we talk to them, I gotta look around, and I know in the last one, I usually at the end I'd read stuff. I did not read anything in the last one. One, I forgot. Two, there isn't that much stuff in there, so I'm gonna wait. There was like 4 files maybe, and then 2 terms, so I'm just gonna wait till the end of this one to read that. Also, gotta do this. What skills can defeat an old man? I don't know any of these. You know, I'm gonna hit all 4 of these at once, WASD, and whatever one goes off, that's it. Oh. Okay, well, we got bravery. That's what I was looking for. Okay, that's done.
Why
When I don't know
would they
the
make
answer?
something like this indoors?
Who knows?
I mean, why not? This is very aesthetic. Strange statue. Anything back? I can't look any farther back. What should I call this? A pond, maybe? Oh. Well, it's sure not a river. We'll go with pond for now. Okay. I wouldn't really call that a pond. I actually don't know what you would call that. There's a big window here. What is on the other side? It's like pure darkness. A houseplant. There's a glass doll. Is that so? Is that a doll of so? Office desk. Chair.
That's the nonupal X, the symbol of Nyes.
Non-upal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Non-upal is the 9th.
So non-upal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nizet laws is derived from 9-Xed lozenge? Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nizet laws means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Oh. Huh. Okay, apparently it's a non-upal X. Interesting. And I believe that's it. Oh, light. Okay, never mind. We got nothing. It's a secretary, Mamoru. So we can wink sync? We can wink sync both of them? Alright, well, I don't want anything to advance, so I'm actually going to save in case I get, like, accidental advance. Like, I've been missing some lines, so. Alright. About Nyes.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really.
Say something funny.
Something funny. There, I said it.
Oh, you're great. Something funny.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
I mean, you're the secretary?
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. But he was a piece of human garbage. I slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
Yeah, I remember him being drunk at Mama's. Talking about that. I guess wink sync him. You think they question that at all?
It was a heat of the moment thing, but I ended up quitting my job. I don't regret punching that scumbag, but... what am I going to do now? I've got 10 children to think about.
What?
What? A job? With the conditions I requested? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do anything, as long as it's not illegal.
Holy shit, 10 kids? Tokiko Shigure, president of Knights Outlaws. I think save that for last, because that's what we came here for. How do you end up
I
here?
had a very hard time finding the place. After all, NICE is a secret organization hidden from the public.
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
What the
Even
hell?
after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
So they are a secret organization. Okay, about nice.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of NICE, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. NICE is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch.
Oh. You know, I believe her. They're clearly not. She's not lying about that.
This is a common misconception, but NICE is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something.
I've heard of that.
That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hag has completely lost it.
I've actually heard of that from, or that people actually believe that. I'm not here to judge or anything. Part of me is wondering if they're talking about the thing I'm thinking of from that, like the real life thing, or if this is a fourth wall thing and she's talking about how this is a game and they're trying to break out of the game, because that's entirely possible. I've seen some similar stories attempt to try to do that. How will you tear the seams of the world?
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Okay. Can you show me it again? That's supposed to be the hand symbol. Wait. I mean, if you remove the bottom, it's kind of lacking the 4 in the diamond, but what were you doing around 6 on the
Judging
night?
by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, her smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
Okay.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. Bats 490 was an ARG, just a game, but there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into NISE.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NISE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
But why did we see someone breaking into Chikara's office from NISE? They had the shirt and everything, which had the name on it. And were they uploading the video onto it? Okay, she's probably gonna tell us.
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Chikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see.
You seem happy about that. About your relationship with him.
Chikara is a former member of NISE, though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NISE. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that NISE created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NISE. By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
Freyer?
You mean like the threads? Fray the threads?
Person within you.
Oh, you're asking me. I thought I heard that before, or somewhere before.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
I have no choice but to. This is another fourth wall thing. They're asking me if I'm a believer in simulation theory. Is that what a Freyer is? I have no idea if that's what it is. I actually don't know if I should say yes or no, though. I don't know what this implies about anything. I think no would be the more logical thing. Okay, if I think about it like this, and I'm someone who would want to help the characters out of this game, or something like that, then it would be a yes. But if they're talking about, like, what do I believe in reality, then it would be probably a no. Let's go.
Hey, Ryuki.
As I thought. Then you've realized this world is fictional.
Oh.
Am I correct?
What implication? What are these questions? Yes.
Ryuki, what's gotten into you?
Then please tell me the nil number. If you truly are a Freya, you should know it.
What, you mean 0? At 0? 0 is nil, right? Just 0? Oh, is it 9? Because Nizet laws. I actually don't know if I want to put this in, because is this something I'm supposed to learn later? Or am I supposed to... Oh, it's not 9. Okay.
So, you don't know. In other words, you lied.
Not
I
good.
did.
She saw right through it. I thought that I could get her to keep talking if I fake my way through it.
Way to go.
What is a nil number? What is a Freyer? Frey. Right. I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in BATS 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That
an
can't be
attack?
just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with low credibility.
Huh. I relayed the story.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
Ooh. Okay. This is going way different than I thought it was going to. Oh, well, we still don't know if this is actually true or this is just like a random thing, but I like the idea of like the parallel worlds and simulation, parallel simulations in their case.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay.
Or going into his own Somnium.
What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio Devita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
Virtual reality activation. What is going on? This is new. And we're playing as Ryuki now. Oh. Interesting.
Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
This is a cool addition. Switch mode, mode list, hold. Okay. For now, I mean, I guess we gotta look at all the unimportant stuff. It's a camera. The body was shown to the entire world through this camera. There's an electric kettle here.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks.
Uh-oh, it's time. What manja topping do you like? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what you're talking about, sadly, because I'm too sheltered and I don't even leave my house. I have to go with cheese. I'm from Wisconsin. If I don't go with cheese, then I'm not representing impish. Okay. Let's put that, let's put in that famous doggy. Don't put in a dog. Don't do that. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about time or anything, so. A camera. It was all the same. Okay. What about this door? No.
Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
Podium used by the quiz show host.
These aren't good for much other than for show.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Maybe
The questions for the
TV
quiz
logo.
also show up here too. Huh.
Contestant seats is where we sat. A bunch of mannequins. Okay. I guess look at the sign
I
first.
wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray.
Okay. Well, before that, of course.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
Okay. It was already fading, huh? Switch mode. Anything else to X-ray? Oh, maybe I can see the back of the set. There are a bunch of mannequins here. Oh, you don't have anything on that? Guess we'll look at the corpse first.
What's this? There's something inside the body.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
So they were able to put this inside half of his body, light the fuse, and it just kept going on its own, and then eventually... How'd you even get it in there? I guess it's only half a... I don't even want to think about it, but it's only half a body. We'll just leave it at that. So you could probably pull that off.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's... you know what?
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
Well,
No,
it won't
she
come out
can't.
easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh boy. The signboard was stuck in the corpse, so it's difficult to remove. And it's got an arrow shape pointed. Let me do this.
What's this? Getting a better look at it, it looks like something tied to his waist. It's
Sorry, I
like
thought
a
I missed
spider's
something.
thread. No, even thinner.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
Okay, all the way back.
That way.
Oh.
Over by that red lamp.
Wait.
What's this?
It's the light switch.
That's
The
off.
CNT is tied to it.
So if it was on, they turned it off. That would have given it enough room to drop, but it's still attached too. That's the weird part. If it's still attached like that, then there's no slack either. There should be slack if it was able to drop and still be attached to the light switch. What?
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep. Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
Oh my god. Okay, I see. We just have to find the 3 things and reenact this scene. Yeah, hopefully they explain this. Maybe I'm just going off of like what realistically it would look like, but there's no slack there.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else.
They weren't? Oh.
The answer button by this contestant's seat is actually...
It's not a light switch.
Are you sure?
An electric kettle?
Maybe if someone turned on this kettle while the studio was using its maximum amperage.
But the breaker didn't trip.
Yeah, that would be an outage.
There must be some other way.
Okay, so they dropped the body, and by dropping it, it flipped the light switch. So it just...
There were bundled CNTs
perfectly
tied to the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
Doubtful. Very, very hard to time, so doubtful. Ceiling beams were damaged. The CNT attached to the switch was pulled. That's possible? Like, they just have to, like, tug on it to get it to drop, right? I'm gonna go with that, but I'm actually not quite sure. This is the most likely out of all of them, though.
The CNT extended from the corpse to the light switch, so... the corpse would fall if you tugged on the CNT.
But that would mean someone was near the light switch. There wasn't anyone around it at the time. Let's try again.
Okay, yeah, see, I thought that they might have been able to, like, grab it from a distance. They don't have to be necessarily near the light switch, but... that's probably right. They did make a big deal about this, so there's a chance, but this is...
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between 2 beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down.
That makes
Now for the final
sense.
question. Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
See, this one I thought wouldn't make sense, but then again, were they even trying to time it exactly then? Couldn't it have been at any time? Well, within a rough window, because they would know that it softened. Why did the corpse burn? That's not even a question.
It's because of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
Yeah, before I saw the wire, I thought someone had to have lit it, but no.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting.
So keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
We don't know anything about the culprit, though. They set all this up to happen on its own. What part does he got to play? I'd be confused too.
Academy? Like the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready? Action!
Go.
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
He's the worst actor.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well, it was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward, onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
Okay, so no. The slack makes perfect sense now. I didn't even think about that. Like, I was judging the string there, but like, yeah, it had a lot of slack while he was up there. Obviously, a part of me thought like, well, why is it so even that like it looks like if you dropped it at all, it wouldn't work? But never mind. I'm just crazy.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon. It needs to be soft and squishy. Like an octopus.
What
This
the
scene
hell?
makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it.
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives.
Isn't this Ota's hero music too?
And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion!
Cut! Good work. I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary.
Yeah, we kind of over-explained this a bit, but then again, I kind of needed it. I'll be honest.
It all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
But why? Oh, wow, the camera. About the reason the corpse's cross-section was facing downward? Sure.
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
Sure.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
That makes sense. Tom was standing there, or so it seems. About the time it would
The
subside.
culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
6
The
hours.
culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
Yeah. Why did they blow up the corpse? Probably to hide something that would have made it obvious who they were the killer, or who the killer was.
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon.
Oh,
That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT.
kind of wish it was supernatural though. CNT is
So,
highly.
to wrap it all up, the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
Yeah, let me read this before it gets cut off. CNT is highly flammable carbon material. It doesn't stand a chance against 3,000 degree temperature, but it bonds with oxygen to create carbon dioxide, which helps extinguish the flames.
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Shinpei Wagai.
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the Maid Cafe Sunfish Pocket.
Okay. Would he really have known about it though? Oh, it's been 20 minutes. What should I do if an old guy attacks me? Oh, crush throat. Oh, I mean, maybe hit temple. Probably just gonna piss him off. Kick chin. That would hurt. Or hit him epigastrium? Like the lower stomach. Man, I'm gonna go with crushed throat. You can't breathe, you can't fight back. Also, it's an old guy. Has trouble breathing, right? Not for amateurs, E. Don't crush Buddha statues. Okay, I'm making her crazy. It's fine. I wonder if you could like revert that at all. Well, it's too late. Oh, there's a zero escape. All right, who's your fiance?
There he is!
Ah, shit!
What?
Damn!
This is absolutely going to be a scene. Why? What? Why? In the middle of the cafe. This guy, I mean, this isn't the first time this happened, so. He shot at Date for no reason, too. Enter? Well, good thing space works.
Ryuki!
Space doesn't work? Wait, you have to actually... Okay, I cannot use a mouse then. Whoops. Wait, I can speed this up, right? Ooh. Down. Right. Alright, and then enter. Sorry, I had my hand on the mouse, so this wasn't happening. Definitely probably more of a controller game.
Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it.
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail!
Why'd you shoot then?
That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said,
Drop the body. I can't do this in time. When you prepare for the live stream, don't let anyone near the studio. That includes you. All you need to do is keep the entrance locked. That's all. I'll pay you $5 million. If everything goes well, I'll pay you on the night of the 11th. I'm still on auto.
so me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
I believe him. Come to Class 3A at Sekiba High. You'll get your money there.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
That just came in?
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
That just came in? Jinpei, I had faith in you. Well, it's not like he... I believe he didn't know about the body. The message itself explained he was just there, too. He just accepted the offer and just... That still doesn't make it right, but... What?
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be.
Nothing to be done. How? Mizuki never mentioned another body for the half-body cases. I thought it was just Jin. Ikume Shrine.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just... calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then.
I actually feel pretty bad for him. He didn't seem like a bad guy. He was former Nyes, but who knows what that even means.
It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
The hell are you talking about? None of that makes sense. A teacher's desk. Nothing suspicious. Oh, we're not in, we can't walk around, so. A monitor to use for class. Students' desks. Nothing that might lead to a clue. Window.
Ryuki, can you not rub your face on it?
I'm not!
Is that someone's fetish? That's so... doesn't make any sense. There are lockers lined up here. Nothing suspicious. Okay. I don't think that we have anything but the corpse, really. And for some reason, a weird line about obsessing with rubbing against chairs.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th, right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Oh, we're gonna have to do all this in present time, and Mizuki's gonna find his left side at 8 p.m. on February 11th, 6 years later. Is that how it's... That would be interesting. Cut part is right up against the blackboard.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that... it has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
It was funny. It was funny, and then you explained it. Oh no.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here.
Oh, I thought this was for explaining the joke. No.
Well, satisfied?
That put me on auto, so I had no choice. Wait, no, I'm reading this. You cannot deny me that. There. The reason the corpse is on a blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. Weird. So... Huh. It wasn't hanging by anything, technically. It wasn't like pinned to it. Ugh. Okay. Is Terror the culprit?
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this Terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible.
That seems like a stretch. I feel like they're using a lot of like intuition to try to. There's like barely any proof that she would be directly involved in any of this. There's a lot of people in the world, you know. Probably a lot of people in that building even. Could be any of them. Tama's standing there, or so it seems. What about the security cameras?
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious.
We already know about this.
Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. You remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
Yeah. Maybe we have to talk to him to figure out how he would have got in so that we could see how the Terror could have. About the Nile message Terror sent Shinpei.
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
The timing. Yeah, the timing of the text message was pretty
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk
odd.
to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
Okay, we're back here again.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
Yeah. It's a pond. It's a waterfall. Statue.
The symbol of Nyes, the non-Yupal X. There are 4 unseen X's hidden within. They represent the truth of the world you live in. That is yet another meaning inside the non-Yupal X.
What do you... I can see every X right here. What do you mean? Unseen... 4 unseen X's? You got like 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and then the big one in the middle is 6, and then 7, 8, and then the bottom one's 9. Oh wow, that is bright. There's a big window. What is this glass doll? And a chair. Okay, we're good. About this room.
As you know, this is the president's office at the Nyes Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it.
Yes, the flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
Who is this VA? I know her. Anything suspicious about Tokiko?
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
Why the sunglasses?
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
I wasn't expecting that. An absolute pervert wearing a black bra on his face. Gotcha. His right half didn't teleport.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nyes have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join Nyes in it?
Isn't that what the first one was? I don't know about the second one is creepy. It's a message to Nyes, I think. For some reason. Do you know someone named Shinpei?
No, I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could be. I'm sorry I can't help you, but...
Okay.
I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of Nyes. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and Nyes are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps Nyes and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that Nyes and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
Okay. Also, doesn't that mean he died, like, right after we synced with him? Wasn't he still in Abyss? What happened after that? We just kind of took off and came here right after that. What do they believe in?
We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what Nyes believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it. Forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go.
I wonder what game that could
An absurd,
be.
heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable.
Makes
The
sense.
ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
What is research?
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
Yeah.
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
Hold on, I got a pet to take care of. I'm getting a little confused. It'll be a lot easier after I edit this episode and get to rewatch this. What martial art are you good at? Capoeira, for sure. That's gonna be under loving, I believe. Yeah, that would definitely be loving. Looks really cool, but it's pretty useless in fighting games, E. Yeah, but I needed loving to go up. Ooh, it evolved to Date E. Received 1,000 eyeballs as a reward. Wow, oh, look at him go. I became an adulty. Thanks so much for talking to me. Adults will not grow any further. Strategy guide has been added to the manual file. Huh? Okay. Ah, so I ended up on a left path. Wait, so Date is a mix of brave and crazy. That makes sense. Sorry, I have to check this. I know we're in the middle of crazy talk, but I need to know what this is about. Once it becomes an adult, you'll be rewarded with eyeballs. You'll get 1,000 when it reaches adulthood. Make sure you raise them to become an eyeballies baller. Okay. There are 3 answers for, childs have 3 answers for evolution. But they can become 4 different people. Evolves? Oh, wow. So, brave was Mizuki. Loving, Iris. Ota, impish. Makes sense. Amame. Crazy. So, oh, Mizuki can either become Moma or Date. Interesting. I was very close to being Moma. If I would have went for the crazy option there. Oof. Okay. This seems a little reasonable. I mean, I get eyeballs, which maybe at the end of this episode, I'll look and see what I can actually do with them. All right. Sorry for that, Tokiko. Wait, can I? Okay, never mind. Holographic principle?
Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole. It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a 3-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its 2-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane, just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity. However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world. Only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
This is definitely interesting, regardless of what you believe. I'll wait on the watch. Processing speed problem?
Say this world really is a simulation. Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon, only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double-slit experiment. Quantum matter appears as particles when observed, and as waves when not observed. For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave. Therefore, it must be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
Holy hell. Oh, that's Thomas Trivia. Right, that's on up top right now. When the load during calculation increase phenomenon. It's a lot to take in, but I'm sort of picking it up. I know about the double slit experiment. Let me explain it. When we shoot a ray of light towards a board with 2 slits in the screen behind it. This causes the rays to be distorted to look like stripes. This is because the light has the property of a wave. Then what would happen if we shot light molecules one at a time? The light molecules would show up as a dot on the screen. By continuously doing this, the stripe reappears. Why is this? The light molecules are only being shot one by one, so the board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of this experiment was done using a detection device to see which slit the molecule went through. This caused the stripes to disappear, and only 2 lines appeared on the screen. Isn't that interesting? When it's not being observed, they appear as a wave, but as soon as you try to observe it, they appear as lines. This is the gist of the detection problem in molecular theory. Still confusing as all hell, but they even have that option. I feel like if I ask about that, it's going to end. I'm gonna talk about the watch first.
I see. Then let us leave it at that.
No! Of all things.
In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles, like reincarnation, or even bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
Those eyes. Those were serial killer eyes?
Has this woman lost it? Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with WingSync.
I'm mad I missed that lot. Why can't they just say this is going to move on? How am I supposed to know that that's a nice watch equals forget it, we're done talking? I said I wasn't going to look at this till I reached an end of a path, but I kind of want to see if I can just go back. Can I just go back to that? Yeah, flow story branching. This will be populated with chapters. Can jump to different points. It's a clear Somnium on unlimited sync. I do know about that. Oh wow, we've only got left or right. Those are some crazy eyes. That is. So if I hit. If I do this, it's going to take me back to the beginning of the conversation, I believe. That's how the first game marked. I'm only yeah. Okay. I'm just doing this to test. I'll skip back there, but... Oh, it even gave me the trivia again. Okay, that's... Go away. Go. This was a really... Did I read all that? I read all that? Okay, so I'm back to that. Nice watch, a bit complicated for me, and I want to hear about this.
I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Do I believe in far more intelligent? Yeah.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with 3 possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
She brings up interesting points that are definitely real things people discuss. Additionally, the simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like a Matryoshka doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe the simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of this Matryoshka aspect. Yeah. Open mind, but... Okay, so I think any of these might end it, but I said that's a nice watch, so if I say this is a bit too complicated for me...
I see. Then let us leave it at that.
Okay, so anything would have ended it. I just misunderstood. And then she's gonna break that. And you have reason to be... Yeah, and then we're about to do the wink sync, so... Okay. Also, going back to the timeline saves anything you do, so anything we just picked up there, it should have saved all of it. Even if I don't, like, check everything again. Wink sync.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
Pewter.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through winks.
Oh no, that's Ryuki. He just sounded like Pewter there.
What is this?
That just reminded me of Pewter. So I thought the blue... Okay, good thing I got that out of my head and didn't like stick on the thought like, oh, that's Pewter.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind. Using a regular sync.
Yeah, time remaining is out. Oh my god, that's where we're going next. Oh. Speaking of Pewter. Wait, how'd you get permission?
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from Boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal?
Words of an ex-con. Stay the line. Only have 6
Ryuki,
minutes.
Please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
I completely forgot about the body swapping thing. Oh my god, if they bring body swapping back into this. Okay. It looks like a simulation.
I wonder if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for Nyes.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay.
Iris?
Not that I know why.
A.
Angry.
I.
Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Random.
Somnium scan, activate!
I personally would have went with xylophone. It's the only X I know. What is there? Stare into Tokiko's abyss. Seems like Tokiko was threatening someone. By peeking into her mind's abyss, you might discover something.
This is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
Okay, well, I mean, that's definitely... I'm gonna have to hold on to this one till the next one, but... What? Why the ringing? Why the loud ringing? I hate that. Does she have tinnitus? What is that loud ringing? Do I have tinnitus? Is it? No, it's definitely the game. There's just one loud, like, high-pitched note going off. Ugh. What kind of dream did you have last night? Wait, aren't I already an adult? How do we reset? Dreams of staying at the hospital? That's sexy. Of course, Date. How do I reset though? Do I have to like... No, that's not it. Oh! Wait. Current character will leave to another timeline. What? Once they're adult, they won't grow any further. There's no reason, right? Like, there's no reason to... Oh my god, that high pitch. I would personally want to go for crazy this time. Just the complete opposite end. So, what is red is crazy. Tasty, probably loving. Hard, brave. Hard to eat, impish. I don't know. I think red. Crazy. There we go. We're going for crazy. It's it being heated-y. Thank you. Okay, so I do have to hit X to reset it after it's an adult. I don't know why I enjoy doing that. All right, I think I have to save and exit to do this bonus menu thing. So after we read this, I will do that. The high pitches. This is not a great place to sit and read. That's for sure. Shoma. Old-fashioned dirty jobs. Comedians. He dislikes comedians, so he doesn't like his dad. Likes Ferris wheels, robots, a certain girl from his school, and making robots. Kameju-san, he despises his poor comedian dad. He likes being alone and doesn't have too many friends. He heads home right away after school to make robots in his room, in the same grade as Mizuki. Chikara Horadori. Deoxyribonucleic acid. I think that's how you say it. I probably butchered it a little. Simulation theory %. Dislikes death. Well, I'm right there with you. Okay, collecting hats. That's a unique one. Using electric drills. That's not really a skill, honestly. Divorced his ex-wife, or his wife 6 years ago. His ex-wife and daughter moved to Italy. We do actually know that. High pitch, go away. Oh, I hate it. Flow of water, flow of time, X, diamond shapes, bugs, and glitches. Damn, that's some... dislikes nothing. She just loves everything. She's so weird. She's so interesting. And 53 too. Not a multiple of 6. Skills. Prophecy. That's not a skill, but a believer in simulation theory. She sincerely believes the world she lives in is fake and was created by someone. She has no interest in living a long life in this world. Were you updated, Pewter? Why? Pewter was already in here. Conservative, Cyclops. Committed a crime in his past that led to his dismissal, but boss pulled some strings. Okay, so that was added when she talked about it. Mamoru likes Tokiko. Dislikes men, manliness, and testosterone. Really? That's fair. Hobbies, making scrapbooks from tabloid magazines. Age unknown. Previously worked under Sojima, but it's now... this was Secretary B, I'm pretty sure. Secretary A, or Bodyguard B. Bodyguard A, I don't know what happened to him, but I'm pretty sure this is Bodyguard B. Not the best personality, but loyal to his employer. Okay, that is that. Wink sync. Oh wow, this is a lot. A simpler version of syncing. From the AI ball, a strong magnetic wave is shot out from the sync subject. This temporarily numbs the subject's brain and puts them into a faux sleep state to induce a dream. Really? By analyzing the faint brainwaves emitted during this time, we can see parts of a dream. I feel like you could use that. Some syncers could abuse that to like sneak past people for a few seconds. It is not a clear image by any means. To investigate more thoroughly, a regular sync needs to be performed. A wink sync can only be performed once a day because of the high power draw, and a recharge is required before performing again. Personally, I think the power requirement is a bit much. Encode to codify or turn to symbols. This means all information in existence is recorded on a flat surface. Your 2D waifu is closer than you thought. Thank you, game. Rigor mortis, softening. Oh god. Oh god, I didn't even look at the usage remark, I just saw it. Yeah, Tama explaining corpses softening, yeah. I was watching porn yesterday when my mom walked in. I went from rigor mortis to soft in an instant. That's your usage example? And I just read it out loud. What Shoko? Shoko. Oh god, not Shoko. Gyro. What Shoma was referring to is a gyro sensor. A gyro sensor utilizes the properties of rotating objects to avoid falling over. And that's it. Okay, we're done there. I'm going to end it, but first I'm going to go through whatever this bonus thing is. Oh, I have to look at this too. What do we get? Oh, egoism, right. Okay, and that's all we got, right? Yeah. Save and open bonus from the title screen. I guess you have to leave the game to use your eyeballs? Ah, okay, so this is where we get outfits. Well, Aiba with Mizuki's outfit, interesting. Might as well get him. I'm probably not gonna keep this stuff on, but... Wait, can you click the... no. Oh, there's the...
Show me too.
Concept art.
Good choice. Yay! Woohoo!
We might as well. So it definitely works different than the first game. That's for sure. Okay, so that was it. Might as well look at them quick. So, one sec. Oh god, I hate that. Oh yeah, we haven't been to Tama's room since I restarted the game.
Come a little closer.
American Samoa Smash!
Just see it through. Then
Hero killer,
you'll
smudge.
know the answer.
What was that about? Just random things you can say in here. I still don't know the benefit of this whole thing. All right, Ryuki clothes. I mean, it looks decent. I actually kind of prefer it because she's wearing basically nothing. Oh, I didn't mean to. Well, it's fine. Let's see. Cat ears.
Meow.
Well, we can't even look at Aibas because we can't get to Aiba. Does that show up under... We don't have any actual bodies. That is outfit only. I see. Yeah, I don't think I want to change anything because...
Yeah, looks good.
I don't know. That's just how I play games. Like, until the second time around in a game, I like to keep the default outfits. Okay. Yeah, I forgot we can't look at Aiba, so that kind of ruins that. We're gonna end it here. In the next one, we're gonna do the Somnium, and I'm going to hate it because of this damn ringing. Oh. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.